Hello, everyone. Uh, my name is Dimpo, and I will be showing you how to solve the following three problems in, I guess, as many steps as there can be. So we'll do the first problem, which is algebra. Uh, so it's like solve without a calculator. So we can, once they say calculator, you can leave it as a fraction. If you want us to convert to decimals, I'll do that at the end. Yeah, let's get into it. So the first thing I'll do is cross multiply. So it will be to take this up. Actually, let's just simplify this before we start doing that. So because you're not using a calculator, if you ever enter this in a calculator, you'll get like the solution of what it actually is. But because you're not using a calculator, you'll have to do it willy-nilly, which is do it with basically without a calculator. So let's try and do that. So what we're gonna do is very simple. We're gonna divide each by 2. So if I divide 420 by 2, I'm gonna get 210 all over. If I divide this by 2, I'm gonna get 2 here. If I divide this, I'm gonna get 13 and then 15, and then like 15 at 2, you're gonna get 7 1 4. This you can divide more if you want, and kind of get like a more I don't know. Yeah, but let's leave it at that and then try and go into solving the equation. So I'm gonna cross multiply, and I'm gonna have this replace this with my new decimal. Sorry about this. With my new decimal, which is 220 over 417. So cross multiply, I'm going to have 417 equals to 210 over 1 plus 1 over 1 plus 1 over x, which I can put back here. So I can like use this here, put it here. I'm just doing it to save space. You don't really need to do it that way. Then we can take this 1 and put it this side. So we're going to have 417 minus 220, taking the 1, putting it this side, all over 210. Sorry, no, I keep saying 220, equals to 1 over 1 plus 1 over x. And 417. Remember, you're not using a calculator for this. So you probably have to now solve this without using a calculator, which we're going to do on the side here. So I advise you to actually also do it on the side. You're going to have 417 minus 210. You can sneak and use a calculator, but let's just not use a calculator for. So you're going to have 207 over 210 equals, which I don't know if the factors of each other. I would like to know that if the factors of each other. Then you're gonna also cross multiply again, or just switch the decimals. When you switch the decimal, this, because this is a 1, it goes. So you're gonna have 210 over 207 equals to 1 plus 1 over x, and then put the x back there again. So it's going to be 207. So you're going to have 210 minus 207 all over 207 equals to 1 over x. And then you can have this. This is simply 3 over 207 equals to 1 over x. Swapping this, you're going to have x equals to 207 over 3. And that is your answer. Part 2 of it, let's do part 2. So that is your answer. Let's do part 2. This one is a very nice, I can say, I think this is a Taylor series, but we're gonna solve it. I know these are level 4 questions, so if you don't want to like do them, you don't need to do them. It's usually questions that people leave in the exam, so yeah. This one is pretty easy. We're gonna use intuition for this. So what do we know? We know that x plus this equals to 441. So that means that this plus x plus x plus blah 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 to infinity would equal to 441 minus x. This is our equation 2. And once we learn that this will always equal to 441 minus x, we can we want to solve this part right here. I want to know what that equals to. And if I then square this, right, like this, I'm going to get x plus root of x plus blah, 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 blah equals to 441 minus x all squared. So ultimately, this would equal to this right here. So that means that 441 minus x all squared would equal to 441. So you're taking back equation number 3 and you're subbing it into equation number 1. And then this, we can I think you can use a calculator for this. I'm not really good with squares. Can use a calculator, right? Yeah. So that will be 441 minus x will be plus or minus 21. And then x would equal to 441 plus or minus 21. X would equal to either 21 plus 441, right? Which is 462, or x will be equal to just put it in a calculator right there. I'm trying to put it in a calculator. 420, yay! So you have the plus or minus because the roots of stuff you plus or minus. If it were negative here, then you really can't say that because yeah. So you have to check if one of them results in a negative number. If it does result in a negative number, then it can't be. But if it doesn't result in a negative number, then it will be it. So yeah, that is that, and now we can move to the next one. This one, we're gonna solve it in 2 ways. The reason I'm gonna show you a method of the multiplication rule, and also how to do it just in general. I want to make this video very long. So the first one would be just to multiply out and then differentiate from that. So you would actually have y equals to x, so x by 4, and then you multiply these two, which yield x, and then you square that. You multiply these two, add, and then we plus 4, and then you take this one will be plus 1 over x to the 4. And then the second thing you do is now you have your equation. Now you can solve this. So I would write it all as without fractions. Just have it like -4 like this, and then to differentiate you'll just have dy dx will be 4x to the 3, this will be 0, minus 4x to the -5. Yeah, easy. Or you can use something called the multiplication rule. So when you use the multiplication rule, you don't need to multiply it out. The multiplication rule is that the derivative of y would be d prime y will be 2 multiplied by, without differentiating this, so it will be x squared plus 1 over x multiplied by, now you differentiate what's in the brackets, which is 2x minus 2 over x cubed. And then you multiply this out, y prime would be, I would take out the 2, so I'll have 4 here. I would have x squared plus 1 over x, and be x minus 1 over x cubed. And then also, sorry, this, yeah, I'm like, that's not making sense. X prime will be 4 multiplied by x cubed multiplied by x will be x cubed. X cubed multiplied by that will be minus 1 over x cubed, yeah, plus will be plus 1 over x, and then that will be minus 1 over x to the 5. And you have y prime will be 4 x cubed minus 1 over x to the 5, which will be, because these ones cancel out each other, 4x cubed minus 4x to the minus 5. So either way you want to solve it, immediately I would use the multiplication rule, but I can see using this because you have shorter steps. So thank you, and see you in the next one.